So getting hovercraft ready. We're about to go play, but let me show you something that's cool. So this is the wash bay. It's nice and warm in here. But when you come into the other side of the shop, what's that? What's that? We have a Sherp. Yeah. So now we got hovercraft and we got Sherps here, rock trucks, and dude, we just have the coolest toys here. Toys are fun. They make life really fun. Buy toys. It's good for your mental health. Well, it only took 3 hours and 3 certified Red Seal mechanics, but it runs. Hooray! So, I need to do some work on this thing before I can use it. All these guys, they all gotta come off because they're hard and crusty and they don't fill with air. I've gotta take them all off and I'm gonna put new ones on there. So I'm gonna start doing it now. First I have to take them off and then I'll put new ones on there. It doesn't work if you go the other way around. Okay, so I got all the things off the hovercraft, and Turbo's gonna come and say hi.
Hello, Mr. Turbo, do not stop it, la do not, yeah, because scratches.
Okay, go away. I'm done with you for now. Leave my face. No. Anyway, okay, so I have all these things pulled off of the hovercraft now. It looks pretty cool like that. Super cool. But these, so the way that I know that how this works is that big fan over there goes, and then it fills this whole thing down here with air. And then these things are all here. There's one of these Darth Vader hats. Somebody's father. Just kidding. Those, they all go on there. And then out of these holes comes all the air. See all these holes? Look at all them holes. So then that fills this thing up. And then the rest of the air, it like farts out the bottom. So that's one, and this one out of here, and then it goes. That's basically how a hovercraft works. Do you guys want a tour of my hovercraft? Let me show you. So, in here, we have a cover. And that cover covers an engine. So if I climb on up here, oh, what do we got in here? A Wankel. That's a rotary engine from a Mazda. Now it's a bit old, but old stuff works good, like my dad. So this engine here it's got a shaft that goes back in there, and then it's got a big belt that goes up there. You know those big supercharger belts that you see on those top fuel drag cars? It's one of those belts. Has a big old fan. And then if we come over to the driving area here, when I move the handlebars, it moves those things, and it deflects the air where it needs to go. When we start looking at the controls here, I got a bunch of switches that do stuff. Ooh, that one makes the light turn on. Wow. More switches on this side. Bunch of gauges that tell you information-y stuff. Handlebars. Choke. This thing, that's an air brake. Now it's closed. I will opens this. Whew, now it's open. Fire extinguisher. I don't know why. You could just use the fan to blow out your flames. Booster cable spot. Master switch. Ching, ching. And then seats. There's some seats here. This is my high-speed windshield. So when you're driving and you're going really fast, like the Mach speed, then you go down like this, and then you're safe from the wind, but you can't see. So you do that, and then you just pop up a little bit every time, kind of like a prairie dog. Just yeah, and you can see where you're going. Oh, and another thing here, open this guy up, and then that air gets sucked in there. I don't know how to explain it without taking it all apart. It's difficult. So under the seat, the air goes in there. That helps the fan suck that in. And then if you can see, there's like a radiator down there. And so then that radiator kind of comes, it's like here. And so then the fan does two things. It pushes the machine forward and it fills up the bottom. And then it comes out all these little holes here, which fill those bags that are all sitting on there. So it's a dual purpose fan. Pretty cool. Very smart engineering on this. I'm excited to fly it, drive it, hover it, do whatever it does. I'm excited for it to work, because it doesn't work yet, but it will. Pretty simple, really. It's not too complicated. That's my hovercraft in its current state. It's pretty long. It's kind of like a big red Frankfurt. Okay, so I have to pause again because I found more damage. I understand now why the guy got rid of this machine, because he found what I just found, which is broken fiberglass on this side and on that side. Yeah, so what's gonna have to happen now, I'm gonna have to go in there, cut that out, re-fiberglass it so that it's strong again. There's no good place to lift this thing up. That makes it difficult. But we'll get it done. It'll happen. Luckily, my neighbor had this thing. That's a big A-frame hoist. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna put a strap around the bottom of that thing, lift that up. I'm gonna jack up the front. I'm gonna put that on jack stands. I can slide the whole trailer out, and then I can roll underneath there and I can see the whole bottom, figure out what I need to do. Okay, what we're doing today, it's another day. There's been lots of those. What we're doing today, I'm gonna pull some of this foam out of here because it's full of water. We're gonna cut this fiberglass out and then put new fiberglass in there. Got all that. Looks like a mouse nest in there, but it's all wet. If you squeeze it, water comes out. So that's what waterlogged foam is. I gotta take all that out and then I gotta put dry foam back in there. There's a lot of work. I also have to do it to that side because there's a hole there. Okay, so we take this knife and then all I gotta do, fiberglass. And fiberglass, and fiberglass, and fiberglass. It's as easy as that. These, interesting. These are full of hats. Now, I shall summon the nuns. Okay, so here you can see, this is a new nun. This is an old crusty nun. The old crusty nun looks different. Sure hope that's not going to be a problem. So if you want to know the difference, look how soft this is. Look how crunchy and full of debris this one is. Okay, so the fiberglass work is happening at the back, so while that's all happening, I'm also going to start putting these things on the front half. Now, I have no idea how this is supposed to go on. I'm just gonna have to figure it out. Okay, Hovercraft is put together-ish, sorta. Let's start it. Oh man. Let's see this puppy work. fly it.
Let's do it.
The fiberglass isn't dry yet, so we should wait. We'll wait, because I don't want to wreck it, because it was a freaking lot of work. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's another
We'll do
day.
it tomorrow. All right.
2 hours later.
All right, we're on the ground, finally. At all. Like really hard. Okay, first test drive in the parking lot. I have no throttle control, and it kind of goes wherever it wants to go. So that's a learning curve. I stopped it there because I didn't want to hit that van because it doesn't belong to me. So we'll keep trying to figure out how to make this thing work better. Okay, pretty much 50 hours to get this thing moving under its own power. So now we have beer, I have a dad, and we recalculate what needs to get fixed. Because not everything works. We got a couple kinks to work out. But we'll do that, and then in the next video, we'll actually go play around with it and have some fun on a dirt bike track. I want to see if I can jump this thing. That is a goal. Jump a hovercraft. Bucket list item. See you in the next one.